I'm not dreaming, people, or this SmackDown was actually pretty good. John Cena finally feels like a big target, also like a 15-year-old, but that's besides the point. Everybody's coming for that title right now. CM Punk, Randy Orton, R-Truth, Cody Rhodes, and LA Knight. Yeah. In a way, I find it hard to believe how WWE allowed this story element to happen. Let me explain, people. So the whole concept of CM Punk being a hypocrite is because of this tweet right here. It's a pretty controversial tweet. So WWE are using this on a babyface while at the same time simultaneously promoting the event. I'm not even giving you my opinion on this or anything like that. I honestly don't really care, but you wouldn't really expect this on WWE TV. As simple and as cringe as it sounds, my beautiful people, CM Punk taught me never say never. And welcome back to another SmackDown review. Pretty good show, people. Now, yes, I'll explain. So basically, I don't know if I can talk about that on YouTube, but I got in a pretty tough fight. You should see how the other guy looks. This is just nothing. This is just... Nah, I just tried to open a coffee can. But the sacrifice will be made. Every mouse click, people, it hurts. It's not gonna stop me. I will not leave people without that SmackDown review. So the show kicks off with John Cena. He says he's the only name on the wrestling Mount Rushmore. It's John Cena, John Cena, John Cena, and John Cena. Oh man, so relatable. Wrestling YouTubers. The great one. Ryback, yeah. I don't have that munching ability. He's always ahead of the game, outsmarted Cody, Orton, and used R-Truth to manipulate the narrative. Calls CM Punk a hypocrite and says Seth Rollins will never cash in while he holds the title. The fans are just a math equation. Oh, I like that. I really like that. Basically saying that Seth Rollins is not gonna cash in because he wants to be the only champion in the WWE. What if he ends up cashing in on John Cena and all of our opinions, all of our predictions don't even matter? We're thinking Sami Zayn, Rollins, something along those lines. Nope, he's cashing in on John Cena. I don't think that's happening, by the way. Just pointing that out. Cody interrupts, calls Cena a genius, but questions why Cena didn't talk about getting pinned last Saturday. I honestly didn't even think about that, but yes, Cody actually pinned John Cena. Randy Orton joins. He's coming for John Cena, even if he has to take out Cody. Of course, before that, he said, look, Coachster, I love you, Coachster. We're like brothers, you know. You're like my stupid brother. But I gotta get to John Cena. LA Knight comes out, big pop, yeah. And he actually acknowledged the fact there's this We Want LA Knight hashtag going on the God Forbidden Place X. So yes, WWE are acknowledging they know the fans want LA Knight, and he is surrounded by some of the biggest superstars in WWE history. So you know what, people? It makes me happy. I've gotta take out a Viper, a Nightmare, and a genius balding bitch. I'm gonna tell you something right now. A lot of you said LA Knight is overrated. You know, when I was a kid in Lithuania, when we would used to say bad words, when we would used to misbehave, they would always say, I'ma wash your mouth with soap. That's what you all need right now. You need some discipline, people. I don't care, man. Give this guy a push. As John Cena is trying to leave, R-Truth attacks him from behind, and he says he wants a match against John Cena. Nick Aldis makes it official. It's gonna happen next week, which is actually pretty big. Not only John Cena wrestling on SmackDown, I think that's the first time in this run, right? And I'm actually pretty excited. I'm interested in this R-Truth character. So what I've got from this is that yes, he's still delusional, but he controls the narrative. The way he said it though, still kind of felt too comedic in a way. And also it's kind of weird because they're calling him Ron Killings, they're calling him R-Truth. I've heard reports he's still gonna be called for the most part R-Truth, so I don't know. You know, at the end of the day, I do realize WWE didn't even plan this, so even they have no idea what's gonna happen. I love this segment, man. People are focusing on this championship. It makes sense on so many levels. Obviously, better television and the fact that it's John Cena. He won the 17th title. Big deal. Huge deal. Put that on my forehead, people. And in kayfabe, as a WWE wrestler, you should probably feel like, if I'm going to beat John Cena, the record-breaking, retiring John Cena movie star who, in one movie, had a pump up his ass, I think? Do I remember? did he have a pump up his butt? Well, if I beat that guy with a pump up his butt, I'm gonna be a legend. That's how everybody should feel, and finally, a lot of people are coming for that championship. Look, people, we're talking SmackDown, a show that I just dread to watch sometimes. It was a decent episode. I don't know, somebody pinched me in the nutsack. I think this was pretty nice. And then we got the fatal 4-way qualifier. Randy Orton, Carmelo, Aleister Black, LA Knight. So, y'all know, love these matches, and we got quite a few of them on this show. So, maybe that's another reason why I actually enjoyed the show. It felt different, and that's what I want from my SmackDown people. Make it different. If it's gonna be 3 hours, at least make me entertained. Give me some cool ass shit, WWE Triple H, you bald ass fraud. Anyway, really enjoyed this match. Now going in, I was like, okay, obviously Carmelo is taking the pin. I hate that, but I completely forgot that LA Knight is in a rivalry against Seth Rollins. So yes, LA Knight was, well, at least in kayfabe, what WWE tried to portray is that he was about to win, but he got attacked by Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. They sound way too similar, by the way. Randy Orton takes advantage, what an RKO, and takes the W, which is a pretty big deal. So now, people, he is going to face Sami Zayn. I don't know why. I really like the sound of that. And of course, since LA Knight got attacked, the story is continuing. Most likely Seth Rollins versus LA Knight at Night of Champions. Pretty big deal. I think what this episode showed me is that WWE are doing some, I wouldn't even say damage control, but they're letting the fans know, look, LA Knight is pushed. We just don't want him as a champion. Jacob Fatu comes out, and he's gonna keep it 100. Accuses Solo Sikoa of snaking him and stealing credit despite being family. He reminded Solo at Money in the Bank that he's all gas, no brakes. And now it's Fatu versus the world. Backstage, Solo says, I made you. I could forgive you if you're gonna say the words, I love you, Solo. Also, pretty good stuff right here. United States Championship in a pretty solid rivalry. I appreciate that. Jacob Fatu is a babyface, but still maintaining that crazy ass son of a bitch attitude. Gotta love that. Also made me realize, even if the world ends in 10 years, in some capacity, the Bloodline storyline is still going to continue. Now we got the women's qualifier. Piper, Jade, Nia, Yim. And that's what I'm telling you, man. This episode was different from any other SmackDown we've seen, in the past few weeks. And that's why probably I really enjoyed it. I think everybody knew this. Jade won the match. Nothing crazy right here. Wouldn't even be surprised if she wins the entire thing. Obviously, WWE are really high on Jade. They love Jade. Then we got Naomi with the Money in the Bank briefcase. She took what she deserved. Calls out Tiffany for constantly interfering during her title matches with Nia Jax, and this Naomi won't let things slide anymore. I like when WWE actually mention what happened in the past. So Tiffany comes out, and she's like, let's go do this, cash in, and Naomi says, are you dumb? Are you stupid or something? I'm gonna do it when you least expect it. But until then, I'm gonna make your life a nightmare. So great, right? All good. Great promo. It's all fine. But, just so the Great One doesn't get too excited about SmackDown, send Nia Jax. Let's move on from Nia versus Tiffany. We gotta move on. We gotta move on, people. Everybody wants the Wyatt Six, and Motor City Machine Guns finally got the match. The Wyatt Six versus Motor City Machine Guns. I hate the name, it's so long. Motor City, John Deere, Belarus, Machine Guns. And just as expected, they lost. Obviously, the Wyatt Six took the W. They needed that. Now, we jump to John Cena, and he's looking for R-Truth, since Jimmy gets along with him pretty well. Tell him I'm gonna wait in the ring. I like that. The show opened with Cena, where we're like, okay, we got the highlight of the show, and WWE basically said, no. This shit's 3 hours long. We know. We might send Nia. We might make you fall asleep. We're gonna try. But John Cena is still coming, people. So John Cena comes out, but instead of R-Truth, it's CM Punk. He offers Cena a chance to stop now. Let fans celebrate and end things with dignity. You never beat me at my best, and you never will. You're stealing my legacy. Walking out with the championship? These are my greatest hits. How dare you claim you belong on the Mount Rushmore with guys like Terry Funk, Bret Hart, Eddie Guerrero. Some great lines by CM Punk referencing PG Cena. How am I a hypocrite? Look at you. You are a goat that I will split, roast, and sacrifice to the wrestling gods. I'm here to make your retirement tour watchable. One of these segments you gotta watch by yourself, people. Absolutely love this. Now, we thought the promo was over, but then R-Truth attacks John Cena again. The man is crazy. And Punk says, truth hurts. You know what, people? This is how the retirement tour should have looked in the first place. Ever since he turned heel, we needed all of these chaos. I really thought WWE is going to change. Obviously, still nothing crazy, but at least we got a glimpse of that. Everybody losing their minds, roasting the shit out of Cena. It's like, it should have changed the WWE. Hopefully it's not too late now. In my last review I said, CM Punk is just real. He opens the promo by saying, it's about to get real. I'm real. You know, didn't want to tell you guys, but actually, I signed an NDA, but I am writing CM Punk's promos in a very shitty accent, by the way. He just makes it work. Another qualifying match, another fatal four-way, very interesting ending. So it was like a semi-W, but before we got the tap out, we got the pin from Alexa Bliss. They're teasing something between Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, and eventually, I believe, the rivalry is going to start, and Charlotte Flair is going to be scared, spooked out, followed by the Wyatt Six. We got a Cody and Punk segment. Really can't wait for the match sometime. Basically, Punk says, after Night of Champions, we'll see who's chasing who. One of these weird cases in the WWE where, like, it makes no sense whatsoever, it shouldn't happen, but if Punk somehow wins the championship at Night of Champions, you're not gonna hear me complaining. It doesn't make sense, it's not gonna happen. It's just that I really hope at least once he actually wins the championship in this last run. I'm talking about Punk. Wiping my ass is gonna be fun. Finally, the main event, another qualifier. Damien, Cody, Andrade, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Perhaps the most predictable, obvious match. Still fun, no complaints. Really enjoyed the match. Just saying. If I was booking WWE, well, you wouldn't be watching, the show would suck, but also, this would have been the first match we got with LA Knight, Orton, would have main evented. Interesting choice, WWE. But of course, as expected, absolute chaos. And of course, it was Shinsuke Nakamura who ate the pin. Who else? Cody Rhodes wins the match. And this is how the tournament looks right now. So, Sami versus Orton, very exciting. Cody might face Jey Uso. And you know what, people? I think that's pretty awesome. I think that's pretty awesome because there are so many, but everybody is a friend. Everybody is a bud in this match. Whatever the situation is. I mean, look at the possibilities. Sami versus Jey. Sami versus Cody. Orton versus Cody. Orton versus Jey. In every single scenario, it's a friendly competition. Now, I personally would love to see Randy Orton versus Cody. This is an absolute dream match still that we didn't get when Cody was a champion. I don't feel like WWE are going to book it right now. It seems like a SummerSlam / WrestleMania match. But then again, WWE are treating this like a big premium live event. Obviously, it's in Saudi and CM Punk versus Cena is happening, so you never know. Doesn't look that bad. All I'm saying is the tournament so far is really interesting. The matches are great. The competitors make sense. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below, people. Am I crazy? Am I going crazy, people? Or SmackDown pinch me in the nutsack? It was actually pretty good. Thank you for watching.